So me and
Like
Josh,
this long. I'm not gonna lie.
I owe this guy this one on this track because I was debating putting it on the album or not, you know. And I sent him a handful of songs, and this is one of them. And he calls me back on the phone, and he goes, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing with this thing? This is fire. This needs to go out. We need to get this thing right." And I swear, there must have been 17 different copies of this song before we nailed it, you know, and got it right. But
It was, bro.
underestimated.
Gosh, man. That
Underestimated.
song took like 2 months.
Yeah.
Two
So
months.
basically, the premise of the song is
That was crazy.
when I made this song, I had been on a music review show, and they ripped me to shreds for a song that actually wasn't that bad, but they tore me to pieces. And this was before I really knew how to mix and master. I didn't have any good equipment, you know. It was kind of a throw together, you know, but it was decent.
Right.
Nah, they shredded me top to bottom, and I was pissed. And I let that fuel me. And what I came back at them with was gold. I mean, I basically did the same thing back to them, but lyrically.
But that's what it's all about. It's all about just enjoying what you do, being
And
confident
the
in what you do.
camaraderie.
It's
Yep.
all about
Yes.
like tuning out to that music and let that your spirit speak that music, regardless of whatever anybody else thought.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that's what makes a wonderful album. I mean, just being there at that moment and living it out, because you are allowing a piece of spirit to be left out of the frequency.
Right.
Create, you know.
Well, I've seen good artists throw it all away and give up over some bad reviews, you know, and that ain't gonna be me, you know.
But
know
you
that's
know,
right.
sometimes it depends on the reviews, because sometimes depends on who's holding the review. That they might have had
Right.
something against, or it could have been
Right.
that they
Right.
That's true too. That's
felt
often
that
true too.
let's get him on
I
here,
agree
Man.
with you on
tear
that.
him up, so that way they can bring you down. Because if they see something special in you that is really annoying to them because they
And
don't
it's
have the
gonna
same skill,
carry
they're
out longer
come
than
to your
further
head,
than them.
and
Most
that's
likely
when
they will
you're gonna
hate you
snatch
and
them
find
right the
every
fuck
way
out they
possible to
fucking
turn your
head.
shit over.
That's when
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yo, that's
Yep.
when you right there on that. If it was a live stream like this, I would have snatched them right off their motherfucking chair right there, and been like,
Right.
okay, so you think you do a little better than me? Then let's go right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
exactly
Right.
what I said in
hey,
the song too.
that's because the thing is that majority of the time there's people that's smiling and they're just really frowning inside
Yep.
while they're
Right.
talking to you. They have these demonic holds on them from when they hear
Uh.
you emanating a frequency and a vibrancy at a level they cannot accomplish with other people. And there's
Right.
other
Hmm.
people that are paying attention to what you're
That's a
doing and
fact.
bring some type of attention, and they can't bring that same, they will try to tear you down, and you can't allow that.
That's right. Right. That is
Because
absolutely right.
yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, and grace is something
Not at
that's
all.
not kept in a body.
Here it is.
Right.
Let's see,
You
you
know,
know,
I wanna applaud you both with
maybe,
completing that album. I think that's a beautiful thing to you guys actually put some work together, get some artists together, and bring together something that you can be most memorable in your even golden years. Get older, did you
yeah,
accomplish something, and you can bring it to your children and anybody else around you. Say, hey, I'm going to be counted as a musician, and this is what my voice had to say at that point in time. Very important.
right, right. Oh, no lie. When I signed into Spotify artists, and I think my album had been out 2 or 3 days at this point, and I signed in and I was looking at it, and it said I had over 400 streams. I cried, like, and that's nothing. You know what I mean? 400 is nothing. That's a small number, but still, it was just like,
It doesn't
holy cow,
the
this
number.
is
It
right.
matters about the people that respond to you, and private. It matters about
Right,
the people you created it with. There's some albums I made and didn't really go anywhere, honestly, in the beginning when I wasn't sure of what I was doing. And then, you know, as I was working with different people around the world and just reaching out to people around the state, just the energy that went into the album, it's a key thing for whoever you worked with. You don't do the music for the likes or the listens or the commenting, because you know what, if you do that, you lost everything in what you were creating, just trying to be too perfect. The best
exactly.
perfect is imperfect.
Mm-hmm.
When I sign in and I see 4 or 6 people listening to my music right now, it's like that just puts a smile on my face. You know what I mean? Like it's cool.
I do what I do too, just so that way
Yep.
I reach that person that nobody knew they're listening, waiting to hear something they could relate.
And people don't think about it. Once you put it out there, it's out there. It
That's
doesn't
right.
mean it's old music as a couple of years go by. It's still sitting there, but you never know who's listening. Never.
That's
You have
That's
no
what I'm
idea.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
What's
it's the
that?
whole.
I said that's all I'm saying.
Never know.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, most definitely